Without a doubt, Bray Wyatt had much success in the WWE. However, his goodbye did certainly hurt a lot of fireflies. So what is it that WWE's creative team could have done to keep Bray Wyatt and to make sure Bray Wyatt was a must-keep superstar for them? Well, let's break it down. More, yes, more merchandise.
This is the Firefly Funhouse box.
There's really been no one like Bray Wyatt, someone who's had so much merchandise made and it's been so successful.
The Firefly Funhouse Fiend box! Yay! Hoo, hoo, hoo.
But there was so much more WWE could have done. Take a look at everyone's favourite Firefly Funhouse people, the puppets! And of course, this is what we got. Now, okay, these are still pretty cool, but they're not accurate. We could have got replicas. And where the hell was Abby the Witch?
The are you?
And what about more recent puppets like Wobbly Walrus or Friendship Frog? They would have sold. How did we never get this paper plate? How cheap could that have been for WWE to make? And when you've got someone like Bray Wyatt who's happy to plug the merchandise, you use it and you merch it to death. And you know what else we needed more of for sure?
Stickers!
One thing we definitely needed more of was Muscle Man Bray.
Pull up your pants and do the Muscle Man dance.
This was a whole new unexplored character of Bray Wyatt, and the benefits of having him would have rested the Fiend. The Fiend was great, but when you see it every other week, you kind of do get a little bit bored. I can understand a casual audience tuning out from it. And when we saw Muscle Man Bray do his thing, he had a whole personality and gimmick of his own. This would have been perfect to put in the ring, maybe even just in the mid-card division, a reason for Bray Wyatt to still be on television, but resting his better ego and still entertaining the audience. Explaining the story of Bray Wyatt better on WWE television. Now, we all know the loss to Goldberg should never have happened, Vince. In 2020, Goldberg defeating The Fiend for a world championship should never have been a thing. But it did happen. And some will say there's nothing we could have done about it. But do you know what? There is. The genius that is Bray Wyatt was able to come up with a reason, a story as to why he lost. Tweeting out that he was in a chapter in my tale. I began with a mission and now I'm where I'm supposed to be. If you would have had Bray Wyatt say that on WWE television before The Fiend got involved with John Cena, a lot more of the fan base would have said, okay, something like this was bad, but there's a reason for it. And they would have excused it just that little bit more, accepted it a little bit more, forgot it a little bit more, and it would have been a bit better.
Erase your mind.
I'm still shocked we never got this. Bray Wyatt's own television show. Whether it's on the WWE network that's now Peacock or WWE's YouTube channel, this man is a genius, and the story he was trying to tell on WWE will always go wrong. Your favourite does sometimes have to lose. Not only that, WWE have to focus on other characters, other moments, and other stories, and they can't always prioritise the person you might want. However, if there was a Firefly Funhouse show, Bray Wyatt would have an outlet for his story. He'd be able to tell his story through the WWE, and he'd be satisfied creatively. We've seen the appeal of what other WWE-related shows can do to draw in new viewers. And I've got no doubt that an actual Bray Wyatt show would have drew new viewership because it would have been a bit horrific, a little bit quirky, and fun. When you see WWE bringing out shows like Corey Graves and Carmella's new show to their YouTube channel, and even intellectual property of WWE like Rey Mysterio getting a cartoon on Cartoon Network, it's frustrating to think that they never did this for Bray Wyatt, considering the team of people like Jason Baker and Tom Savini that he had behind him. It could have been huge. Gosh, WWE even had animations made of Bray Wyatt, the funhouse puppets, and with them being made, why not use them and turn them into some kind of animated series? Could have been cool. How about evolving the Fiend? Now, before his WWE departure, I'm pretty sure there was a plan in place for Bray Wyatt to evolve the Fiend character. And I think it was needed. The Fiend, in my opinion, was great. I don't know if you guessed, but I'm a kind of a firefly. But nonetheless, Bray Wyatt's Fiend character would get boring to viewers over time. Evolving that character and making that character more special would have been perfect for him. You got ways to take things away from the Fiend. This moment, for example, with Alexa Bliss should have been the final time, and it was, for different reasons, that we see the Fiend character. You evolve it, give him a new mask, and with that new mask, you can sell the new mask, a new replica championship belt. It's perfect. And it changes the story. One thing I loved about this angle with the Fiend and Retribution was they targeted him. There was a reason for the Fiend to attack them without it being part of his revenge story. Bringing in Eric ROWAN. I don't know why, but over time it seems like Vince McMahon has forgot. You can bring someone in and you can use someone for, say, 3 months without signing them to a 5-year, multi-million-dollar contract. And without a doubt, I believe there is a story there to be told with Eric ROWAN. Eric ROWAN, the former member of the Wyatt family, could have come back, could have just simply had a match with Bray Wyatt. There's a reason for Bray Wyatt to be on a pay-per-view. There's literally could have been him being a henchman of Bray Wyatt again, working with or for the Fiend before the Fiend disposes of him. But just maybe in those 2-3 months that you bring ROWAN back for, just maybe he goes above and beyond because, hey, this is my big opportunity. All eyes are on me. And just maybe you re-sign him. I don't know why Vince McMahon seemingly forgot this over time, but please try to remember. Now, this will be controversial. Make Bray Wyatt part-time. Do you remember how cool it was when the Fiend would just randomly show up on Raw, Smackdown, wherever, and attack people? It was cool. Now, over time, some of that mystique is lost, and WWE kind of back away from it a little bit. However, when it happened, it was talking point. It was a major thing in WWE. If the Fiend was part-time, we might not see him for 6 months. And then, boom, there he is attacking someone. The impact that would have on wrestling fans could have been massive. Reveal some of the secrets behind Bray Wyatt. A character like Bray Wyatt is super complex, mainly because of the backstory. And if you take a character like Sister Abigail, how was her identity never known? When you've got a rabbit in the funhouse named Ramblin' who likes to talk and wants to tell everyone the secrets, how did he never tell us? Honestly, it's the biggest missed opportunity in my opinion because the Bray Wyatt story can never end until we know who she is. Once you reveal who Sister Abigail is, it doesn't make Bray Wyatt irrelevant, but it definitely gives WWE options where Abigail could lead a whole new faction of people, bringing in new people, creating new stars, all around the Bray Wyatt storyline. But those are just some of the things I think WWE really did miss out on. Huge missed opportunities for the company to make money, put over Bray Wyatt's story, and keep fans entertained. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Like the video, share the video, and if you are new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. I'll see you next time. Peace!